Rob, it is without question that the Harry Potter franchise is one of the biggest, most successful franchises of all time. You know, obviously you got your Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and things like that, but up there in that hemisphere, in that conversation is the Harry Potter, both in terms of, you know, the popularity of the book, but also the popularity of the film franchise. So when the film franchise was wrapping up, it's not a big surprise that Warner Brothers then wanted to keep that train rolling. They wanted to keep it going, Rob. So they said, well, let's do more in this wizarding world of Harry Potter. And they did the Fantastic Beasts films. Now, the Fantastic Beasts films to me have been okay. I mean, I particularly did like the last one, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I did like that. I liked it more than the first one. The first one was all right. I thought the second one was pretty good. And then obviously there was a lot of drama with the third one. You know, they haven't been getting the same audience responses or making the same amount of money that they were getting from the original Harry Potter movies. Then, of course, they had the big drama with the Johnny Depp situation, although they did replace him with another very, very kick-ass actor in Mads Mikkelsen to play Grindelwald. That's great. And then it's been a lot in limbo. You know, the dates got moved and pushed when production finally did around to get started, and a lot of question marks. Well, today, they took a big step forward, Rob, because today it became announced that they now have a release date, an official release date, April 2022. So actually not too far away. It's not all that far away, the release date for this, but they actually now have an official title for it called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. And if you look at the D, it looks like there's that little wand is sketched into the E. I like the name of the movie, actually. It's a pretty smart name for the movie. It's got good marketing appeal because Dumbledore is, of course, one of the most popular characters in the entire franchise. It's a good, memorable name. It's a good title. It's a nice title. Rob, look, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a Potterhead. I'm not. But I have certainly enjoyed the Harry Potter franchise. I've gotten some mild enjoyment out of the Fantastic Beasts films to a degree. I am fascinated to see Mads Mikkelsen take it up. They need to really pick up their game, though, with this third film. Because, like I said, Rob, the first two Fantastic Beasts films, well, I think they've been okay. They have not lived up to the original Harry Potter films, like at all. No. In terms of popularity with their audience or their financial windfall. They haven't made nearly as much at the box office. They need to knock this one out of the park. And it's good that they finally got themselves a date. I like the title of it. We'll see how that kind of transpires. Rob, what do you think about the title, the release date, and where's your anticipation level right now for Fantastic Beasts 3?
Well, I do like the title a lot. It's cool, you know. It ties it all into the Harry Potter franchise nicely. I like you. I like these movies. I mean, none of the Harry Potter series floated my boat as much as some people, only because I was a little older, and growing up, I read a lot of fantasy, Lord of the Rings, the Sword of Shannara, the Chronicles of Thomas Covenant, and then there's dozens of other fantasy novels. So the fantasy tropes that Harry Potter dealt with, you know, I was familiar with already. I grew up reading more adult-oriented fantasy, but when I read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the first book, and I was charmed by it, and I could see why it became a worldwide phenomenon and brought kids back into reading. I mean, who would have thought, John, that kids would line up at a bookstore? But they did. And for the most part, the film franchise has been, some are better than others. I mean, I think Prisoner of Azkaban's my favorite, but my God, what a phenomenon it's been. And the actors and the productions are first rate. I've liked the Fantastic Beasts movies. So this is exciting. I mean, I'm not as excited for this as, say, No Time to Die. Right. But, you know, I'll definitely watch it.
Let me ask you this. How important do you think it is for the future of this franchise, you know, and particularly Fantastic Beasts? Because obviously they would like to do more of them. They would obviously like to do more, but
sure,
the first ones have not. I think it's fair to say, even though you and I generally like them, I think it's fair to say they haven't lived up to the potential of a Harry Potter universe movies. How important do you think it is for this film to do in order for Warner Brothers to keep moving forward and keep making more of them? Like, it doesn't need to be The Godfather. It doesn't need to be the greatest movie of all time, but...
No, but I think look, I think that every generation has their great franchise, and there is a worldwide population of people that have grown up with Harry Potter and are going to continue to grow up with Harry Potter. And look, I wouldn't mind seeing You know that one day Harry, Ron, Hermione, whatever, they're all going to come back and do a movie as adults. You know it. Come on. Or something, some permutation of that. And I think, you know, this third film being successful keeps the franchise moving forward. And I like this franchise. I mean, I think that, you know, how often ultimately it's a franchise. Sure, it's got great evil in it, but it's ultimately a positive kind of a life-affirming franchise, even though it deals with dark magic. And I think it's important that this third film, I mean, at least it seems to me once you have a trilogy of films, John, that have been successful, that's always good for any kind of a franchise. And remember, this is a spin-off franchise, so it makes the Harry Potter world that much more. It might lead to another Harry Potter world or universe spin-off trilogy, which could be kind of cool.
I just want to point out a couple of our viewers in the live chat right now have some other possible titles that maybe they should have titled this. A. Marcellus is saying they should have titled it Dungeons and Dumbledore. I like that one. Also, we've got one here that says, from Quirky Joe, says, No Time to Diagon Alley. That's a good one as well. Got a couple of good ones in there, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this development for Fantastic Bass? It's a fishing movie. Fantastic Beasts 3. It's The Secrets of Dumbledore, coming out in April. What do you guys think about the title? I think it's a decent title. I mean, the title won't make the movie any better or any worse, but I think it's a good title for what it is. What do you guys think about it? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts.